Kalki, we're here at Nomada, which is this little place little place, but lovely place because it's one of the few places that's pet friendly.
Yeah.
What's been your experience with that? Is that a pet peeve?
Oh,
No
totally.
pun intended.
Yeah, really annoying. I mean, because all the big hotels don't allow pets, even if they're really sort of eco-friendly and stuff. The kind of big branded hotels don't allow pets. And then you go to any park, they don't allow pets. And mostly it's because people don't pick up the poop.
I was going to say, is that because of pet-parent behavior?
Yeah, exactly. So and so like the other day I was having an argument with the guy from the park saying, listen, I'll pick up her poop, I promise. Will you
Are you always carrying paper bags?
Yeah, usually I have
Plastic
paper bags or I have plastic bags or I have newspaper actually. That's what I usually carry with me. So yeah, I think that's a little, and here in Andheri I've located 3 so far. There's Nomada, there's Leaping Windows and Dulali.
Right.
And Dulali is great because you can also get a beer, you can have a drink and have your dog there.
But she looks really peaceful. She doesn't look like she'd be a sort of troublemaker.
She's not. She's a troublemaker with us.
Right.
She's a princess. She's a queen actually. But with other people, locations, I've also like thrown her into the deep end. Like I've taken her on my shoots, where there's like 100 people around, and she's kind of like, okay, I've accepted this is my life now.
Why is it important? Why is that inclusion important? Why is it necessary that there be pet-friendly places and that pets be sort of included in, places where sort of humans do what they do?
It's just a question of diversity again. I think that when we first brought her to the building, the guards just were against her completely for no reason.
Just intimidated by the size?
Just intimidated by the size. Don't let her off the leash. She can't be off the leash. Sometimes she might do susu in the building. She doesn't do potty. But no susu in the building. So we like have trained her to go outside. But like if like one time she was sick and she did potty in the building, I cleaned it immediately. But they're like, this is why we don't want your dog and all this. So it's like so much, and now they all love her, and now they're like, hello Kiara,
So it takes a little getting used to.
It's that newness, and I think we all have this little bit of this sense of like, we don't want anything to change in our lives around us. So I think that it's nice to break that, and people should know that everybody has different tastes, and it's not going to ruin your life if somebody else chooses something different from you.
Can we be friends, Kiara?
Doesn't look like she has any objections right now.
Yeah. Does she let people pet her easily?
No, she doesn't. You're lucky.
I am lucky.
She actually doesn't like new people very often. She's a bit anxious. Especially the Enthu ones. If you try to make friends with her, the trick is not to make friends with her in the beginning. Let her come to you. She's a bit like difficult like that.
Right. What does she tend to do? What are the things that she likes to sort of do? She likes the walks?
So she's a runner, I mean, she's a Persian greyhound. They like to run, but she hasn't had much chance to run here. Whenever we've taken her a little out of Bombay, like Kamshet, she goes nuts. She's just running all over. She has a strange kind of aura with the other strays, because there's so many strays around. She doesn't bark at them. And then actually after a while she starts flirting with them. She runs towards them. When they start barking aggressively, she runs towards them. So I don't know what she's doing there. She's got some, she's like, I'm going to figure this out.
Has she made friends?
With other dogs?
Yeah.
Oh, she hates other dogs. No. She ain't interested in making friends with other dogs. And she bullies cats also. We have a cat next door, and she's already started like bouncing towards him, and he's just like terrified.
This is not your first pet. You used to have. I
have a cat. Dosa. He's in Pondicherry in my mom's house, and I found him on the streets of Pali Naka. I remember when he was very small. Him and his sister. There was no mother, so I took them home and took them to the vet.
How are they different in personalities?
Cats, very different. Cats, although she has cat personality traits as well, but cats are totally no maintenance. I mean, you can leave them. They eat when they want. You can leave the food there, and you know, I don't feel like I have to worry too much. They have their litter box in the house. You have to change that, but you don't need to be checking on them all the time.
Right.
Whereas dogs is like a whole nother thing. You have to take them out for their walks. They need to be exercised.
Right.
They need to play also. Cats hate playing. You try to play with a cat, you'll be like, how, are you 5?
Right.
You know? And this one, every once in a while, she needs something to be thrown at her, or, you know, like a ball, or, you know, she needs to be chased.
What does she like to eat? What is her?
So she eats a mix of pellet food and homemade chicken and vegetables. She eats a better diet than us.
Yeah,
Like, we're vegetarian. I mean, we eat eggs, but we don't eat meat. She gets meat.
Do we have her special breakfast ready, guys? Kalki, she came into your life when you started visiting your boyfriend in Jerusalem.
Yes.
Do you remember the first meeting? Were you nervous? She's a big dog.
I remember the first meeting because we went to the Dead Sea, and he had this funny dog with him, and she was very antisocial. None of us could be friends with her. But on the way home, she was also like passed out on everyone's lap, you know. She was in the car, she was like drooling over everyone. So, yeah, she's one of those. She calls you when she needs you.
Did she sort of have, you know, approval rights on you? You know, did she have to audition the girlfriend?
Oh yeah, because you know, like a new woman in his life. She's the princess of his life. For the last 10 years, I mean.
Did you have to woo her?
Yeah. In the beginning, she couldn't understand because I'm all about like really over the top love. Like I throw myself on her and hug her, and she would just run out, like run away from me. Every time she saw me, she was like, "Oh no, this crazy one. Oh dear," and she would run off. You know. Now she's accepted that's my personality, and she lets me like give her these huge cuddles. But she doesn't usually let other people do that. With me, it's allowed. She's like, okay, I've got it. This is just one of those over-the-top people.
He moved to Mumbai recently, and she followed soon after. Was it with him?
Yeah, with him. Yeah.
What was that like? Sort of just you know, getting her here. Is that a whole?
It's quite a process. I mean, it's much easier than importing a dog that you've adopted if it's already somebody's dog and the owner is moving with them. But still, I mean, we had, you know, there's this amazing agency called Furry Flyers. They do this work, and they just, you know, sort of provided us with all the details we had to get, certain documents notarized, all her vaccines in place, all of those things. So yeah, it takes quite a bit, and of course there's the stress of the actual journey, which is, this was a 7-hour non-stop flight where she's in the in a separate compartment in the hold. So
does that take its toll on them? Was she terrified?
I think she was very shocked when she came out of the plane. She was just very still, and she just wasn't like a statue, you know. But after a couple of hours, she was fine. I think it was just, you know, there's so much noise in that place, and the vet had told us not to sedate her, because she's quite old. So she had to kind of go through that.
She's 11.
She's 11, which is like 77 in human years.
Very good for a 77-year-old.
Yeah.
Very agile for a 77-year-old.
She's doing very well for her age, yeah. You're a beauty.
How long did it take to sort of acclimatize her to the city and to your home in Mumbai?
Her first meal, 2 hours later. No, I think...
That's all it takes?
No, I think the first 2 days she was just sleeping most of the time. But you know, and of course, I think the shocker for her was the stray dogs, the amount of other stray dogs around, the amount of people everywhere, the noise. Like, I remember the pressure cooker going off one morning, and she just went crazy with first time she heard a pressure cooker.
Okay, sure.
You know, so there's been lots of new sounds, but I have to say she's adapted pretty well. You know, like now she's, look at this.
Yeah, my God, she's my
good.
friend. We're buddies.
She's like, where's the food, bro? You can't just...
She has quite the appetite. Can I give her another treat?
No,
we're done.
more
Okay,
treats.
no, that's it. That's it for now.
She's had her treats.
Lunch will be another meal. You've taken her to movie sets as well, huh?
See, I went on a photo shoot for my Cotton World campaign. So she was like with 100 people all over the place. She had a great time because people feed her,
right?
Which
of course.
was also not good. But yeah, she's been quite used to being around people. She went to a party with me.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Like dogs are so I just feel like now they're she's as much part of my life as anyone else.
Right.
You know, so I don't treat her much different from humans.
You know, is there enough space in a city like Mumbai for a dog that size?
It is tragic. I do feel like, a dog like this needs to run. In Jerusalem, she was near a huge park valley place, so she could really run. So that is a little difficult. I take her for jogs almost every evening.
A city like Mumbai, I would be just worried. I mean, look at a place like Warsaw.
The traffic.
There's traffic that's crazy.
Yeah, you have to go. You have to get your timings.
Right.
You have to get your timings so you know when to go. Me and my boyfriend take her out on our walks almost every day. One of us takes her out, so it's not just the dog walker. But I see most of these huge, beautiful labs or even a husky in Bombay. Husky.
And you feel like that is so unfair.
It's not fair. She's a desert dog. She can stand the weather, but they're just dying in the heat, and the dog walker's sitting on the phone and just sitting there. So actually, and they're pretty like big and chubby and not getting any. So it's just a show. It's a show dog, and I feel that's really sad.
Finally, if you had to give one piece of advice to someone like me who's never had dogs, who's sort of now easing into the idea that perhaps this is for me, what's the one tip that you'd give someone who was considering adopting?
I just think you need to go dog sit another person's dog just to understand the amount of work it is.
Right.
At the same time,
nothing prepares you.
Nothing prepares you for it, and at the same time, you come back home and your dog is waiting for you, and there's nothing like that. Like that kind of, many times your partner's not waiting for you at the door. You're like, hasn't noticed you've come back. So like there's some huge love there.
Right. Feels very unconditional actually.
Yeah, it is. It's been a good morning, hasn't it? What do you think? Do you think I should put a little ribbon in her hair?
It's like little kids who grow up and like go like,
those fairy
and they look at those pictures and go like, can't believe you did this to us. She's lovely.
Yeah, I think you're warming up to her. Yeah,
I feel like
Rajeev?
we're friends. I feel like she's.
Yeah, she quite has accepted you.
Yeah. But thank you for this, Kalki. Thank you so much. I really had a good time. Thank you, Kiara.
I think
feel
she
like I
also
owe
had
you
a
a bigger
great
thank you.
time.
Yeah.